that it's about us. It's about you. You know what, man? Like, I know y'all can attest to this, and I know y'all can say this happens, man. And I'm gonna be real as hell with y'all. Life is fucking hard, bro. Life is fucking hard. It's so hard that your issue to someone else could be like, oh my God, like, dude, you went through that? I could never. And then you may see someone else's issue and be like, oh man, that ain't nothing. Life is hard. It's relative. I'm sorry, relative. It depends on what we go through, right? I can't go through the same thing somebody else can go through. We're all built different. But one thing about it is life is difficult. It has so many twists, turns. The moment that you're feeling like you got a hold of it, something will just come out of nowhere and just knock you off your square. And you don't even have an answer for it. You don't know why it happened. You just got to deal with it. That's life. That's life. And then it's so crazy because the moment that you feel like, all right, I got it together. I'm good on these angles. I fixed what was a problem before. All of a sudden, a whole new problem comes. Right? But you have to enjoy life. You got to enjoy all the ebbs and flows of life. Sometimes life can be depressing for a lot of people. To the next person, they're like, hey man, get up out of that, man. You don't have to be like that. But that person may not understand how important this day is for them. How important it is for them to enjoy their life. It's so important for you to understand that even though life is damn hard, you're doing it and you're doing your best. But don't worry about how somebody else would do it. Don't worry about how somebody else is going to look at you. At the end of the day, none of it matters. People care so much about what other people got to say about them that if they really looked at it, so what if they talk shit about you? What does it do? So what if you hear somebody say something about you? What is it going to do? Nothing. It's going to make you feel a way. But you can feel a way in so many different ways. You got to enjoy the life that you have. You have to. If nobody's told you that, you just heard it here, and you have to. Because if you don't, and this was your last go round, your last shot, the sad part about this is life goes on and no one cares. No one cares. They'll pick up the next new story. They'll do the next hot thing. No one cares. You have to make your life important. Even if it's just important to you, you got to make it important. This is why I like when people do certain things or when people say, why are they like this? I don't even subscribe to that because they can do what they want in their life. If that makes them feel like that's going to make life enjoyable for them, if they feel, let them feel that way. Maybe they didn't feel this way their whole life. Maybe they starting to get the grasp of how to enjoy this thing called life. I don't even care. I don't care what people have to say about me. I seriously don't. I'm at the point where like my wife says like, oh, I just admire that about you because you just don't care. And I'm like, I don't. Because what someone has to say about you means nothing. One person likes the way you look, the other person doesn't. Who's right and who's wrong? Nobody. There's no answer to that. Life keeps going on. You go out there, you do something and you fail, and they say, oh man, he's stupid. One person says, man, you're a genius. I'm glad you tried. Why does it matter? Stop living for other people's opinions, because I promise you, living like that will have you miserable, because you will find out that no one is ever really happy with you except you. I just said this to somebody else, and I said it to my wife as well. I said, at the end of the day, it's you versus you. That is it. It is you versus you at all times. It is not you versus the person on your job, you versus the person at church, you versus everybody. It is you versus you. The geniuses, the smart people understand that. And this is why they constantly focus on self-development, personal development, because they're always finding ways to get better. And other people start to say, oh man, you make this look easy. People in real estate tell me this, people that want to get into real estate, or they'll see things, they'll say, oh man, you make that look easy. I said, yeah, but I struggled at first. And then I made my own way of, flipping a house or putting a house on the market or doing whatever or running all these businesses. I've made it flawless because I've worked on it myself. I didn't focus on how someone else was running a real estate business. I didn't care. The same thing applies to you. Stop worrying about other people and what they think about you. It's not about them. It's about you. When you have your child, focus on how you raise your child. If you're in school or you got a plan, focus on your plan, finish it, fix it. Let me tell you one more story about me. And this is more of a story that I felt embarrassed about. And then I found out it didn't matter. I went to a school called Focus Hope, right? Funny name. Focus Hope. That was the name of the school that I got my education from, as far as getting computer certifications after high school, right? I went to a community college, right? Because I thought that was the pathway that people would accept me for, because I didn't know what I wanted to do in college. I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I go to Macomb Community College, and I just told you where I went, whatever. I went to the community college, right? And here's the thing, I'm not a great student. I'm a hands-on guy. I can learn it, do it a million times, and my work ethic is impeccable, right?
Sensational.
But when I go to class, I get bored. You got some classes, you got to take notes in order to pass the quizzes. I'm just failing. I'm not doing good. I get a letter that, hey, you got a 1.9 GPA. I'm in class. I'm going there. I'm just not getting it. I have to fail out of Macomb Community College. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed to tell anybody that I'm no longer going to this community college and I don't know what to do. Told my dad, that was the worst. Told me to get my together or I got to leave the crib. I have to go to a school called Focus Hope on the deep west side of Detroit. I didn't want to tell nobody I went to Focus Hope. It was my only chance to make something happen. It was the best opportunity, and it's exactly where I am in my corporate job right now. And this is all because of that school. I got the hands-on learning. I got the certifications behind it. But telling people that I went to Focus Hope was so embarrassing. People are talking about, yeah, I go to Wayne State University. Oh, I'm going to Michigan State. Where are you going? Oh, I'll go to Focus Hope. They're like, what? What is that? Don't they give out food to the homeless?
Sensational.
Oh, I didn't know they had a program. That was embarrassing for me. But I finally understood that eventually when I went through that program, it was me versus me. It's about what I need to do to get myself together in life, not about what somebody else thought or what school I went to. And it's funny, I'm running circles around some of them people that graduated with degrees that can't get a job in their field. I've been able to get a job in my field the moment I got my certifications. Why am I telling you this story? Because it doesn't matter what other people have to think. You may think it's embarrassing, but it may be best for you. And if it's best for you, you go through it, you become better, and you keep moving, and you always focus like this. Don't worry about somebody else's lane, worry about your lane. That's it. Everybody's story is different. If we all had the same story, what's the point of even really doing anything? Forget standards and do your own thing. Be a trendsetter. Be the first millionaire in your family. That's what I'm trying to do. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. I don't know why I felt like telling that to y'all. You know, maybe it's just how I feel today. You know, I've been going through some things today, but maybe that's how I feel. But it's you versus you all the time. All right. All right. That's my show. That's my show. Now I'm going to get home, get something to eat, play with the kiddos, and see where we at, all right? All right. I appreciate y'all interacting with me. I wanted to jump on here real quick, see what I could do. And now I'm going to get up out of here.
Audio Jungle.
Because at the end of the day, this is chess, not checkers. And I'm going to see y'all at work.
It's gonna be a cold summer.